Good day, everyone. For today's lesson, we're gonna tackle understanding experience in relation to popular culture. At the end of the lesson, we expect to explain the concept of experience economy and discuss the concept of experience economy as it relates to Philippine popular culture. I'm sure that you've seen this post in your respective social media account. This has been viral a few weeks ago, no? Indicating reveal price of a turon. Now, what can you say about it? What makes the turon very costly? So you see that such post is indeed viral and it's trending as it has different versions, and of course it even used by different life coaches and inspirational speakers, indicating and relating Toron to our life as it has value and it differs upon different situation or different circumstances. But going back to the said post, a Toron in a Manpolo would really cost around 800 or 750 pesos to be exact. So, ang mahal naman masyado, di ba? Bakit ganon, no? What makes it very costly? So, what do you think? Unsa day naa sa turon sa Amanpulo nga nung mas mahal man siya kumpara sa ordinaryong turon nga atong ginakaon nga ginapalit diha sa merkado? Or perhaps ngano pud nga mas mahal ang turon nga mapalit nato sa mall kumpara sa diha sa market? So we can see that there is a variation to the prices of a particular product depending upon where we can buy such, diba? And if you think that it would really matter or the prices would really matter according to the experience that you will get out of buying such product, yes, indeed, that's correct. Like na jud, no, kung makaadto ka sa Amanpulo o maka-order ka ng mga butanga. So it even perhaps no once in a lifetime experience nga masaag og maabot ka didto, no, pila ka dollars or pila ka thousands of pesos nga magasto nimo makaadto lang ka diha sa Amanpulo, di ba? Now, such perspective has been used by the business and even the way how they advertise a certain product, and that is why a certain product would really cost and it would matter as they are to try to relate to a particular experience of consumers behind such product. And this is the same with the piece of chicken that you can buy at Jollibee. So this piece of chicken would cost around 90 pesos compared to the piece of chicken that you can buy in a certain uh, chicken house, no? So it would matter or it would cost around, I think, 30 pesos. Pero mas baba pag yun if kung ikaw gyud mo palit ana nga chicken ug ikaw ang muluto. So there have perhaps no, there the price or the cost of the materials or the ingredients would matter, or there are special ingredients that has been in used so that mas mahal ang naa sa fast food chain like that of Jollibee. But again, it is associated with the unique experience that the consumer would experience when they are eating Jollibee or the chicken at Jollibee. So they are having the tagline, Bida ang saya. And this has been uh, quite successful in trying to promote their product. Apart from having a vibrant ambience, upon purchasing and of course eating that said product, consumers would really take picture when they are inside the premises. And it would say for example sa mga bata na um, lahi ra gyud ang ilang experience when being there and patronizing such product. To which, for example, no, I know for sure that you encounter or you also purchase such establishment. I would ask you, is really worth it? And you might say yes. And you can count or you may count the experiences of dining in such a fancy atmosphere and other deciding factor. You might be surprised that there is an entire industry revolving around selling experience like what you have in Jollibee. Again, I would say that's how the business works. So there is what we call gradation of the so-called commodity. And they are trying to offer such to the point that the more experience is being associated with the product, the more costly the product is. Okay, considering a coffee bean. So if you harvest such and you try to process it, no? Yeah, take a coffee out from it, it's very uh, cheaper. So it's actually a commodity. Once it has been sold to the public and a certain processing company process it and brand it with their fancy brandings and packages, mas mahal na siya nga product once it is being sold in the market. And if that particular product has been used by a certain establishment, for example, a coffee shop, including the services it has offered to the consumer, when you bought or when you buy a coffee, mas mahal na kaysa kung unsay imong palit diha sa market. And if it is associated with a unique kind of experience, say for example, buying a coffee in a Starbucks, grabe na yun, kamahal. Dili kay tungod lang sa serbisyo nga gi-offer nila, but the experience you will be able to experience out of buying such product. So such concept is true, no? And this has been proposed by Pin and Gilmore, or whom they call it the experience economy, from being into agrarian economy towards reaching at the top, which is the experience economy. The unique and memorable experience associated with a higher fee, because experience occurs when a company intentionally uses services as the stage, goods as the props, to engage individual customers in a way that creates memorable event. Lalo na ngayon na uso na ang social media, such experience is being associated also as how many likes, how many shares that, or how many reactions that you got, and therefore experience is being captured by taking pictures or photos in a certain business establishment where you are buying the services and most importantly buying the experience. So experience economy in relation to Philippine popular culture, business utilizes such power of popular culture through social media in order to sell goods, services, and experience. Such experience industry is booming, especially that millennials are largest living generations. Millennials prefer experiences more than material possessions. So they're saying, or there's a saying that goes, it's not about money, it's not about the object, but it's more on the experience that you can get out of it. So kung na sila gusto, ilagi ng tiguman, no, hangtod makapalit gid na sila or makapalit gid mo, di ba? Or kung unsay inyong gusto, adtuan gid na ninyo, no? Despite of all the challenges that we encountering. No? Just imagine, say for example, nganong kadaganan or kadalasan bisag kapoy, di ba? Bisag gago, bisag risky. Why do individuals are going to trek or perhaps moadto yung trail in the, sa for example sa Mount Apo nga grabe man ka kapoy or grabe man ka risky, di ba? Again, those who are risky individual who would like really to go to that places, no, are searching for one of the kind experience. And this is also the same with our Philippine popular culture. It has been popularized in our society because it has been popularized by our society because it is patok. It is uh, more likable, no? It is more ika nga Instagrammable. That is why um, in designing memorable experience, this can entice really consumers to into indulgence. Incorporating trending topics makes experience easily related and therefore shareable in the social media. So this has been the current trend right now. Kung ano yung patok, kung ano yung likable or shareable, dun yung mga tao. Madali nilang pinapatronize ang certain product or certain place, perhaps, or tourist spots. And they associate with their unique experience being there or possessing such particular product. Now, say for example, this has been effective in the use of advertisements, like for example, the nun, no, na salida or uh, movie. They've been utilizing mga cosplayers, for example, that would really create one of kind of experience by transcending marketing strategy by simply going to the theater with much more extraordinary and shared experience. No? Imagine that they use such props, no, to gather more thrilling effect, or perhaps no, to have more uh, kana bang ambience while watching those films. And even this goes beyond how South Korean culture broke into Philippine popular culture due to the main success of Korean dramas and even music that ignited Filipinos to embrace such. So kaya nga yung mga Korean restaurants or cuisine are very popular here in our country, and they've been trending all the time, you know, specifically when people or barcadas would go there and eat Korean foods and even share that in their respective social media accounts. And of course, though, although when we say experience is connected to the cause, but it it is not always the case. For Filipinos, no, say for example, eating street foods can also be considered as economic experience or experience. So I know for sure that you had a lot of experiences eating street foods, no, during pre-pandemic times, no? Perhaps in your senior high school years or during your first year in our college, no? Siguro during those times, no, after your class, you would rush to buy these street products, no, that somehow create a meaningful experience with your barkadas or with your loved ones, no? Eating kwek-kwek, no? And mga other street food. See? So, this has been also popular in Cebu, no? Where they have the so-called pungko-pungko, no? In along the streets, no? In Skinita, you may sit there and uh, eat street foods, no? Like lumpia, like ginabot, no? Like puso, no? The rice and other products like siomai and other stuff. But again, it's more than the product. It's the experience associated with eating this product. And this has been popular in our society. So, in conclusion, both experience economy and Philippine popular culture allow for an immersion of entertainment and active participation. These are rather magnetizing to the current generation, and it is one of the primary reasons why the two go hand in hand, and why business are now evolving to provide innovations that are tailored to each consumers. In the same manner that the Philippine popular culture is spread because it is made into marketable products, the growth of such experience is economy can be attributed to the utilization of the Philippine product. In particular, this has been into various Philippine experiences, especially in the field of music. When we say music, this really has been the soul of our Filipino culture. Ika nga, no? Uh, Filipinos are goods. singers, right? But not all Filipinos can sing well, including me. No? Singing has been a huge part of our popular culture, no, in ever since. And in fact, no, singing has been associated with activities, no, may it be a fiesta, may it be birthday celebration, or even a simple chill lang with your barkada. This is one of the certain characteristic that would uh, characterize us, no, from the rest of other culture. Where in fact, no, when it comes to singing competition, local and international, mamayagpag yun ang mga Pilipino. The first karaoke machine are called Juke 8, which was invented by a Japanese named Daisuke Inoue in 1971. However, it was Roberto del Rosario, a Philippine inventor, hold its patent for inventing the karaoke sing-along system in 1971 or 75. Karaoke sing-alongs have become an integral part in celebration, may it be fiesta, birthday parties, and many other special occasions are usually with must but the singing skills a Filipino would show. Di ba? No? Uso na ang mga gitawag nilang token. No? And it has been circulating around the social media. Even uh, mga singing skills has been exposed and featured diha sa mga malls. Family KTV welcome customers from all ages, where food is served in a big private room that can fit a group or family and friends. I am sure that some of you were able to experience such, no? Sing along in a family KTV bar. Like just for example in Station 81. Have you been there? Okay. So popular music in the Philippines primarily began due to the influence of Americans during colonization era through the introduction of music such as samba and foxtrot in jazz. The rise of new genres such as rock and roll and country music, which was enjoyed by the younger generation. Yet, a variety of movement emerged. The Organisasyon ng mga Pilipinong mga awit was created to address the need of Filipino popular artists, along with many songwriting competitions that encourage songwriters to produce music in the native language. Artists, while taking a break from singing, to briefly describe a kind of popular music of Filipino enjoy and usually sing at the karaoke. We look into how original Philippine music came to be. Popular music in the Philippines primarily began due to the influence of Americans, yet it has evolved to what we have right now. And I would say that we have such kind of quality music, and this is even being sung by different foreigners abroad.